Morning everyone. That's about 7 o'clock and I'm going to get up now. I've been setting my alarm for 6 and then I've like 15 minutes thereafter, and when you wake up it's just so nice and warm in the sleeping bag and so cold outside, you just lie there not wanting to get up. So 15 more minutes, I'll sleep to the next alarm, I'm on my holiday, it's Christmas Day, all this sort of stuff. But 7 o'clock's definitely, I was kind of wanting to be away for 7 most days, but that's not happening. And it took us about, must have been an hour, maybe more than an hour to pack up yesterday. So we might not get away till 8. But I don't know, hopefully it'll be a wee bit quicker today. It's not been as cold last night. What did I show you yesterday when I checked my GPS? It was down to it because it's got this little pod here, and that gives you an average over 24 hours. There's my watch only, that's just like live, whereas that pod's gives you a minimum over a 24-hour period, and it went down to -6 the night before. So it's definitely not been as cold last night. Like, I don't have any frost in the inside of the tent or anything this morning, so that's good. So yeah, we'll get up and get packed away. Hopefully it'll be a wee bit quicker, and we'll see how we get on for the rest of the day. And of course it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas. So just to show you, this is my Rab Vapor Barrier liner. It's like a waterproof liner that goes inside the sleeping bag. Here's my PhD sleeping bag cover. Super lightweight. The seams aren't taped or anything like that, so it's not a full-on bivvy bag, it's just a sleeping bag cover. But apparently really breathable and waterproof. Now, so essentially the down bag, which is my Z-Packs full zip sleeping bag, doesn't have a hood on it. I've packed it away. Down. The down bag is here. All in these waterproof Cuban fibre DCA stuff sacks. There's my Z-Packs hood that I wear. And someone had asked me if you get problems with condensation with a system like this. Well, no. If you look, the sleeping bag, now this does have like a water resistant coating on it, but if you look, it's not wet, that's dry. So that system's working for me. It's these layers add extra warmth. The vapor barrier liner stops moisture coming out into the bag and creates like a microclimate inside, and the sleeping bag outer breathes and it stops any drip, frost or morning dew settling in the bag. And I had that last night. You can see the condensation all on the inside of the tent. I'm in my this is the MLD Dual Mid. I'm in the half inner, the Dual Mid XL inner. And so the idea is the fabric, although it's winter, this isn't going to be much of a wind block, but if there's any drips, it hits this and it'll stop it. Plus I've got this cover for anything blown in from any of the sides, and just that extra level of protection. I mean, I don't really need the half inner, but I like it for the half bathtub ground sheet and such. So that's how we're rocking. Hey, let's get packed up.
Merry Christmas! So we're off, and we're going up this chap. How about here? We camped down there, so we did. But yesterday, when I got to the end of the track, I took a left and the Southern Upland Way marker said to take a right. On my OS map, on my View Ranger app, and on my GPS, it seemed to indicate that the Southern Upland Way took a left there. And because I was wanting to camp on the warmer side of the valley, I followed that and camped there thinking I'd pick it up today. But since I've came up, it's all barbed wire fence crossing, and we're on what there's a hare, see it? We're on what I reckon is the old Southern Upland Way route, and I think they must have changed it. So this is all unkept and not waymarked, which is fine. We've got the route plotted, we know where we're going. I reckon we're following this fence line straight up this hill and it curves over to the left. I don't want to follow that alternative Southern Upland Way route because one, it means backtracking, and two, I don't know where it goes. It's not shown in any of my maps. I'd rather just forge my own way using my navigational tools and information that I've got. At least I know where I'm going, rather than follow something. I would still see where I was, but it's just a bit you know, you're going in blind a wee bit. So I'm just sticking to the route that I planned, albeit it's harder going than what I expected because it's not on an actual trail. Weather's turned. Wasn't as cold last night though. I think it dropped to -3 at one point, but that was earlier on. I think come midnight it was like plus. It didn't freeze after midnight. I don't think it started to. It was starting to freeze from when we pitched, so say 5 o'clock to midnight, and then it thawed and it was warmer. And it's warmer today. Yesterday I wore my waterproof trousers the entire day. Today I don't need to. Started off with them on, but I've taken them off. They're just hanging off my rucksack now. So it's a bit warmer. Visibility's poor. But that's okay. It's Christmas Day and we're cracking on. Hiking, camping. Moss is even looking all Christmassy. And that's us. So let's go. That's just picked up the Southern Upland Way again. We've just got a couple of hills to batter up. So we're coming up to this one along here. We're basically just following this fence line more or less all the way along till we hit some forest over here. And then we descend into the forest. I've not had a drink today, so I'm looking forward to getting there because there's a river there where I'm going to stop and fill up my water bladder and such. And filter it and get a drink and get some for the rest of the trip. So it looks like we're heading down. There's the Southern Upland Way sign there. Looks like we're heading down a bit now. We're up at about 550 metres just now. Views, well, you can decide for yourself. Not a lot of visibility either. But we're dropping down now and we'll be at these woods soon enough. So we're off again. We'll get a drink. There's the trees looming out the mist at the corner of the forest. So when we get further down here and go into them, there should be a river. That's where John's going to get a drink. That's us off the hillside. We're just descending now. We're in these woods here. Pretty cool. And we'll be making our way down onto 4x4 tracks or something like that that go through the woods. Certainly looks that way in the map. And one of those goes over a wee burn or river, and that's where I'll get the water. That's 20 past 10. Still not had anything to drink. Done about 4 miles up a hill, so I'm pretty keen to get a drink. If I'd looked about, you know, if I'd hunted for it, I'd have got some. And right at the campsite, I could have went and got some water out where I was there. But I wanted to try and crack on a wee bit, you know what I mean? What we'll have in a longer lie as well. But this is what we're looking at now, down here. Check in there. It's pure first blood, isn't it? John Jay, Rambo. It's totally like someone from, where is that? Alaska, Canada. I think it's Canada where it was filmed. Anyway, it's totally all Rambo John Jay about here. Love that film. It's a Christmas film as well. Have you noticed that a lot of like Sylvester Stallone's films are, and maybe even Arnie's as well, I don't know about him so much, but definitely if you look at a lot of Sylvester Stallone films, they're filmed either around Thanksgiving or Christmas time. First Blood, if you look at when he first gets arrested and taken to the police station and he like escapes and he jumps over like a desk and there's a guy there and he sweeps his leg like that, right, to his cooting. And then puts through a window. I don't know if that was actually to his cooting. I don't think it was. I think it was two elbows rapid to the chest and then fired them backwards out the window. Anyway, but when he jumps over that desk, it's got a big Merry Christmas banner underneath it. And then at the end where he goes back in to shoot up the town, he's got like, well, it's not him, but the town's got all the Christmas decorations and he's giving it all, shooting the place up, that teasel. All he was wanting was something to eat, you know what I mean? What do we have here, Moss? We're trapped under ice. Let's go this way. Left-handed as well, Stallone. So if you look, that big Rambo knife that he wears, it's on his left side. And also when he shoots guns, because the majority of people are right-handed, so when he's shooting his gun away, all these red hot cartridges are flying out in front of his cooting. It's twice I've said cooting. Must be getting all aggro with mentioning Rambo and lack of water. So, just thought I'd tell you that, you know what I mean? May as well, it's Christmas. Aye, that's what I was thinking, Christmas films. What's your Christmas film? Mine is stuff like that. Rambo and Rocky. Although I have to watch what I'm doing because I can't actually watch any Rocky films. Well, certainly the first lot without Rocky, the first one in particular, without greeting. You know, your eyes all water up and you stone up dead quick, load of shite that, and storm up out the room, give it all, you know, because you can't be showing that sort of weakness, can you? Right, where do we go here, right or left? Okay, a bit of a pain in the balls. You can see the trail goes down there. We're meant to be going down there, but there's all these probably wind-blown trees. I doubt they've cut them down like that. We're going to need to breeze through here. I was going to go up and try and cut around, but we'll try and high pressure gas line. Alright, don't be digging about here then. Aye, I reckon we'll be able to just skirt around the tops of them. I was going to go up there, but there's all the deforestation type activities. Deforestation is probably the wrong word for it, but the logging activities, all that fallen lumber, and there's all the sticks and all that. It's a nightmare to try and make your way through that sort of stuff, especially for the dog. So we'll just skirt around this windfall here and cross over where the tops of the trees are. It's not too bad going here because it's winter. All the vegetation's starting to die off. So you can, and if this was summer, it'd be a different matter. It'd be quite difficult going through here. Actually, by the looks of it, see here, where moss is falling, either humans, probably humans, knocking stuff down, flattening it as much as that, the weight of their feet and the width. Yeah, I'd say that's humans have been along here. So there's obviously been some sort of Southern Upland Wayers or folk like that coming along here since this has been down, this pit's been down. So yeah, still no sign of this. I'll need to check the map to see where this river is. There's a bit of... see where this water is, because that's 10:30 now and well, 25 to 11, and I really need to be getting myself a drink here. Getting Guy Parks, Ken. I hear water. Some water at least. I'm not wasting my time with that. I could scoop out of there. I can hear water, proper water somewhere though. Right, no, you going? In fact, you're probably best coming behind. You're alright. Go and be the trail breaker then. See what I mean, how difficult it is for moss. That's a good girl. Which way are you going? Are you trapped under ice again? Right, here we are. Here we are. And do you know what? Do you know what as well? Like, what's that thing like? A Miracle on Christmas Morn or something like that? Is that a song or something like that? Well, it's probably going to be a miracle today, because I think probably for the first time in my life I didn't barry yesterday. Not at all. That's a miracle. You know, that never happens. Oh, here we go, water. Ah! Ripped it. It's fucking ripped on us. Okay, that's not so good. Ripped right at the seal. Still waterproof, but that's not good because I don't actually have a... well, I do have a backup. The this water filter here, it's got the normal threads either end, so what you can actually do is screw it directly onto a plastic water bottle. Fill a normal plastic water bottle with dirty water, or even this in a push, just fill this with dirty water and just squeeze it right into my mouth out the filter. But that's not so good. These have been brilliant as well. I'll need to be more careful with my other one. So it's not actually affected the performance any. Must be the way I'm holding it when I'm filling it up. But this is ideal. See, like as well, see if you're messing about with a Sawyer Mini, you're having to hold it over the bottle and you know the bottle's risking tipping out. Just don't screw it too tight so you can allow air in and out. But I can also hang that up. Just let that filter itself somewhere while I go and set up my tent. So that it's not put me off. Ripping it like that hasn't put me off. I'll just need to be careful how I'm filling them up and not hold it by that bit that's ripped. So thirsty. What I can do as well is just hang that off my rucksack, so when I'm walking it's just on the side strap. It's still filtering away there, even just laying down there it's still filtering. More windfall. We go up here, Moss. It's a wee standing stone there, look. You know, you wonder, like, I mean that'll have been there for yonks most likely. You know, why here? What's the significance of that one stone here? Really gets me thinking about stuff. Starting to drizzle a little now. So there's a bothy down here. Didn't know about that. Not that I was looking for it. You know, I'm not walking the Southern Upland Way like I said. And I was planning wild camping the whole time anyway. I never looked for any bothies. Don't like staying in them anyway. Right, hang on a wee second. Wait a wee minute. Just want to see what that was. I just seen that drop. That's you, nice and slow, slow, slow. On you go, slowly. Good girl. Big pipe. That's proper style in it, eh? Totally awesome. I'm loving that. I love woods. I love being in woods. I grew up on the coast, but I used to, rather than muck about the coast and play in the beach or the harbour or anything, I'd go into the woods. So I wasn't as much interested in the water as what I was the woods. So I love the likes of this. It just looks so cool. I know it's not native woodland or anything like that, that's even cooler, but just woods in general I'm into the whole vibe. And this mist that's going on. Oh, look, I mean, look in there. You could see that, see if you could get a massive picture of that. Put it in black and white, fire some white font in front of it. That could be like one of those inspirational things. Don't be feared of the dark, overcome it. That was a terrible one. I wouldn't click like on Instagram on that one, that's for sure. Right, what's happening here? Are you going the crazy route? Right, going over. You want me to show you? Look, this way. One this way. No, this way. Did you go that way? Did you nuts? Aye, so I'm quite enjoying this wee stage. This is cool, this bit I'm into it. What's this here, a bunkhouse? What's this say? Watch out, oh, getting in the road. See these grassy slopes, seeing those Solomon boots, I'd have been on Mars. See these ultra trail runners, now that I've said it I probably will, but they're really good in wet grass and way better than the Solomons in wet rock, and just, these have been brilliant by the way. Bunkhouse, what's that? So anyway, I don't know why I'm bothered, we're not going to no bloody bunkhouse. Let's go, Mozzie. You going ahead? Slowly now. That's it. Look at this, by the way. I don't know about you, but to me that's beautiful. That's a beautiful scene. It's a beautiful bit of scenery, this and that. Really, I'm enjoying today, I really am. Really enjoying today. Maybe because it's Christmas Day and all. Right, where's Moss? Oh, there you are, there you are. I mean, look at this, look at this. Even that's like a picture. That's like a, is that not a picturesque way marker or what? I'm getting a picture of that. Even that in there, by the way, look. That's pure White Walker gear, isn't it? Your could imagine at night a White Walker creeping about there looking for things. Aye, brilliant. Here we've got a wee obstacle. Right, better watch my bush monkey here. Hey! There we go. Hey! Right, Moscow. Oh yeah. So I can tell you one thing, by the way. This time last year, I've not seen a soul today. I've not seen one single person. This time last year was very different. My life was totally different. Really, really different. My life, like me, my situation, where I was at. Heads up. Hey, you know, just so different. And then in the new year something happened, and it completely was not at this time last year, that it wasn't the way I thought things were going to go. And look at more of this, and it sort of threw me for a bit, but almost immediately, it was a week actually, I went straight into action. Now, the West Highland Way had already kind of been on the cards anyway, and I went, you know what, I'm still going to do that, because I really, in this short term period, I really need something to focus on, like a goal, something to work towards, something to build your, you know, because when you're training for something like this, you're improving yourself every single time you go out there, and you get a little fitter, you get a little whatever, you know, and you feel good about it because you're actually taking action about something. And then when you actually go on the hike, it's hard, but you've got new experience. Just spittle right out my mouth there. It's hard, but you know, you meet new people, you have new experiences, you know. I met some folk in the West Highland Way, well, one person in the West Highland Way that I still talk to occasionally, and then you complete the challenge, as it were. You know, you have the experience, you finish the West Highland Way, you've done it, well done. Feel good factor, of course. And I was like, do you know, that was really good, that's really helped me out with my predicament. And my life's in flux. As you know, I stay in caravans. I'm building an old cottage. It's like 4 years of like planning hell, architect hell, and just, oh, what an absolute stress and nightmare it's been. But here I found hiking. See, when I'm out here, do you think I'm worrying about, you know, I better get a price for those bathroom fittings when it's -6 and I'm frozen in the middle of the night? And all my downs, well, not so much because I've got that vapor barrier liners, all that, but my, you know, stuff's damp. How am I going to dry it? It's going to be frozen. I can't unbuckle stuff. Is this enough food? I'm a bit behind in my pace. I'm not where I want to be. I'm off track. I've lost my route. You're not caring about anything else other than hiking and camping. And you know, like, I guess in these conditions, it's kind of like surviving a wee bit. You try staying out, sleeping in the woods with no equipment at -6, you're gonna have a bad time. I think the human body can survive at 0 degrees Celsius or something like that through shivering, not indefinitely, but for quite a sustained period of time. But of course, shivering requires energy, and if you're shivering, you're using up your energy reserves. If you run out of them, you ain't shivering anymore. You're going hypothermic, and you're going right downhill. So you know, that it is essentially surviving a wee bit. Check this out. Big horn coming out with a sword on it. Lady of the Lake and all that. So you're not thinking about anything when you're out doing stuff like this. And even when you are at the start, I find that just throughout the day you're thinking about stuff, right, I'll do this, I'll do that. It gives you a wee bit of a time out from normal day-to-day life, just to get everything in order, to really think about things and create a plan. And do I need to bother about this? Should I be bothered about this? You get your house in order, your mental game straight, and you start focusing on the matter of hand, which is the hike, and you forget about everything. That's why there's quite a bit of a dunt when you come home from it. It's a bit of aloha, back to reality, back to normality, back to suck bottom. So of course I was like, well, I'm having more of this. I'm well having more of this. So I decided, almost right from the start anyway, that I was going to just use up all my holidays, and I was going to try and keep, you know, expanding and improving. So then there was the Skye Trail, then there was the Cape Wrath Trail. So the West Highland Way, now I've got a background in backpacking, camping, all the rest, way back to when I was in the Scouts. I was in the Cub Scouts and Anchor Boys and all this sort of stuff. So I've always been involved in outdoorsy stuff. I've been into doing my mountain stuff as well. So none of that's sort of entirely new, but long distance backpacking was. Long distance hiking. So what I've done was, done the West Highland Way, introduction, fine, Skye Trail, hills, and then the Cape Wrath, hardest one in the UK. And that was, I'd done other ones in between, West Highland Way, Berkshire Coast, all training up, refining the kit and all this sort of stuff. And now here I am. That then evolved into, do you know what, Cape Wrath, so basically Milngavie to Fort William, West Highland Way, Fort William to Cape Wrath Trail, and then when I'd done that, I'm at Milngavie. I may as well make the rest of the year about walking the length of Scotland. So then I started planning that, so it was the Kelvin Walkway, Clyde Walkway, and then this final section from the end of the Clyde Walkway to where I stay, and where I stay now down to the border, and this is what I'm doing now. On this chap, this stretch is the Southern Upland Way. We'll be doing the Annandale Way next. Today we'll start the Annandale Way. That'll take us down to Annan, cut across the Gretna, to the border, walk the length of Scotland, 2018. Job's a good one. What's in store for 2019? Well, I talked to the Great Outdoors magazine about taking part in the Great Outdoors Challenge, which is the width of Scotland. You're not allowed to take dogs. If you can't take dogs, my hiking buddy here, you're my hiking buddy, aren't you? If you can't take your hiking buddy, and go, I'm not going hiking. So I'm on part of the Southern Upland Way. Now this is the width of Scotland. I might do that, but then the cottage is meant to be starting, so I don't know what I'm going to do. What I will be doing though is continue to go hiking. Even if the cottage is taking up all my holidays and such, I'll just be going out on my day walks, long distance day walks, historic day walks, long distance weekend walks with camping in between, overnighters, and I'll be doing that. I'm sure I'll be able to get away at some point to do something anyway. So that's going to be 2019 for me, and hopefully at the end of it I'll have a nice shiny new cottage as well to go into, traditional build I may add. So I'm rambling, but I'm pumped because it's a nice day. I love this sort of environment. And it's Christmas Day. And if you can't be happy on Christmas Day, where can you be? Especially compared to where I was last year. Because what happened to me in the new year, that could have put me right down. Right down, so it could. So see today, I'm like, nah, didn't go there. If anything, it's been better. I'm fitter, lighter, happier, more experienced, more adventures under my belt. I've got you guys, subscribers, any random people watching at this YouTube channel. This has been a great experience as well. So glad I decided to vlog the West Highland Way straight out the bat. I was like, do you know what, I'm going to film this as well. Why not give myself some other hassle to deal with when I'm on it? And that's grew arms and legs as well. And I've committed to it, like I've bought kit, I've bought camera gear. You know, I've committed to it this year, to really trying to vlog my journey from the start of the year, at the start of the West Highland Way to now. And I've vlogged everything more or less to do with hiking and kit and everything. So thanks for watching and being part of it and sticking by us. You might not know, but it's been quite important, you know, having it. Aye, so Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a good one. So let us crack on along this trail here. Hike on. Look at those colours. See that rusty colour, I love that. All these colours, I love. I'd basically, all my clothes, I would have a combination of those clothes. Those colours as in all my clothes. Dress seasonally and all that, Ken. It's lovely about here. What even is that? I think that's meant to be a dragonfly actually. But look, picnic benches, there, here. Look at this. This is pure Hounds of Howgate style right here, by the way. We're into this. We are right into this gear. The Romans built a road up Annandale from Carlisle to their northern outposts. So, Wanpole, we're here, and Beatick and Moffat's here. My resupply point is basically about here, because this is where the Annandale Way comes along. Southern Upland Way continues over there. We're going to break off. In fact, see where that parking is? It's right in those woods where I've put my stash. So the Annandale Way comes along here and down. So say it's gone or animals have been into it, I can always try and resupply. It's Christmas Day, so it's unlikely, but I can always try and resupply in Beatick or Moffat. And if I can't, I can just camp another night, and I'll be able to hopefully get some public transport back up the road. There's Glasgow, only 47 mile away, and there's the M74, and there's public transport. Oh look, there's the course of the old Roman road. That's pretty cool. Really good, I love stuff like this. It's not just good for adults, but it's even for kids coming places like this. It's pure adventure city. Brilliant. We've just came out of that field there, down there, and up this road. I like this, by the way. Repurposed gravestone. Cool wee bit of art there actually, I quite like that. That's nice actually, the swirls making up all the different parts. Cool. Well, we're not going in there. We're actually, our stash is just off of this road down here, and then that'll be us in the Annandale Way. So we're walking along this road for a wee bit now. Still a lot of cool places in the likes of here. Not far now till we cut off though. This place is called Earshag, if you ever want to come and investigate it. Earshag, I would suspect it would more likely be pronounced. Okay, here we've got one of these wee cattle jobbies. You know what to do here, don't you, Mozzie? Eh? You know what to do here, don't you? That's right, my girl. There you go. That's us. Southern Upland Way continues down there. There's that signpost there, and this is the Annandale Way around here, and we've got our food stashed in there. So let's go and look for it. So you can see it's now saying Annandale Way. There you go. Okay, Annandale Way. So I've just ditched the rucksack back there. Oh, and there's the food bag. Someone's been in at it, look. It was hidden. That was actually hidden underneath all that moss, underneath this branch. So yeah, I'd basically see that wee hollow there. That wee hollow there, it was sitting in there, and I just pulled up all this moss and sat it on top of it, underneath the branch. And look, there's some wrapper. Baz. Yeah, look, someone's got into it. Ah, right, let's see what we can salvage then. But if a wild animal's been in at it, I don't really want to touch much of it. What have they went for? Coconut flapjack, the greedy pigs. Okay, so I got my Swiss out and I've cut open the parcel. So let's see what damage has been done. Nothing to day 4. Nothing to day 3. Right, well that's good. And the only thing that seems to have been affected is day 5. Oh, the smoky almonds, I was looking forward to them. Right, so let's see, what have they actually done in? Going for the back. So my meal is untouched. My noodles have got it. My honey bar is untouched. And my all butter flapjack is untouched. The noodles are more or less gone. That's been a mouse or something then, that's been something wee. If it was anything bigger it would have just ripped that apart. Like the noodles are literally are completely gone. The nuts are completely gone, and the cocoa coconut flapjack is completely gone. Oh well, that's alright. That's not too much of a loss, and I'm sure I'll be able to pick up something along the way. I mean, it's a bag of nuts, a bar, and some noodles. That's not the end of the world. If the other 2 packets had been disturbed, and maybe even if just losing one meal and all that doesn't bother me too much actually. I'll be able to get by. I just ration it a wee bit more. It's 3,000 calories a day, so I could definitely ration it more, and I'll likely be going through somewhere where I'll be able to pick up stuff anyway. Now that we're further south, so I'm not too bothered. Look at this one sleeping. Oh, busted. So yeah, and so the fact that I've got 2 meals intact and I've got an adventure food and 2 bars intact, that's alright. Normally I would have stashed these things in like Tupperware boxes, so that even if someone got in, there's a mouse would have to be pretty determined, or whatever it's been, some sort of small animal, whatever it's been that's got into this, it would have to be pretty determined to get into like a plastic Tupperware box. But then you need to carry them, or you need to come back and pick them up. And because it's my winter stuff, I knew that it would be too much trying to carry all like 2 big boxes as well. So that's why I didn't. You would have thought that the fact that the food itself is in a packet, it's then wrapped in cling film, it's then in a bag that's all taped up, you would have thought they wouldn't have been able to smell that, but of course they obviously have, and they've went right for my roasted nuts. Might have been a wee squirrel, you know. Merry Christmas, you wee bastard. I hope you're allergic to coconut. I kind of thought I was going to be safer as well, because these sort of bits of forest like that, they tend to be quite devoid of any wildlife. They're quite a dead place. It's an artificial environment, like closely packed evergreens, you know, so there's not really any space for light to come in or for anything to go. Of course, maybe if I hadn't put the stash in the one wee green strip where light comes in, you know, I might have been alright, but it's been something that's been smaller. Anything bigger than the size of that hole, which one of the holes was like that size. Anything bigger than that. Where do we go here? Annandale Way. Well, what is it, straight on, or? Going to check. Cause a bigger animal would have ripped that apart. See like that bag, it would have just ripped everything to bits, and then it would have been looking like, alright, what do I fancy eating out of this ripped up mess? Whereas that's something that's went in, made a wee keyhole incision and just went in and actually has been able to get its head right inside all the packets that it's wanted to get into, or even its body maybe, and it's just munched everything in those wee packets. So it's been quite a small animal that's went in. As soon as I came back, I was when I was unpacking it, you seen I lifted stuff from the back. So the bit that was burst open, I put face down, I cut into it from the back. And saying that though, talking about a small animal, it's been strong enough to drag that bag out of the hole that it was in. So it might have been something a bit bigger, like a sort of more squirrel size. Who knows, I don't know what I'm talking about. Some wee animal anyway, some wee basket. Ate all my scran. I was being careful I didn't touch all or everything with smelly infected hands, you know what I mean? Pure Walking Dead style. But we're going along the Annandale Way now. It's Christmas. We animals had its Christmas dinner. Good on you, wee man. Thanks for leaving me some. Wouldn't have been a disaster. It's about a mile and a half into Beatic. Probably everyone would be closed for Christmas Day right enough. But we could have just got the train up the road. Somewhere further afield it would be a problem. Definitely use Tupperware boxes if you're going to do food stashes. Right, we're continuing along here on the Annandale Way. It is 13:56, so we've got an hour to go before we look to make camp. We're descending here as well, so that's good. It'll be warmer, slightly lower down. I don't mean like in a hollow of a valley where fog will sit, freezing fog. I just mean in actual altitude. So let's get cracking. This is cool, by the way. Look at that, just looming out the mist there. Hopefully you can see it. Pure prehistoric man style. This is pretty cool. It's like it's almost like it's a deliberate strip. Maybe like an ancient roads came through here or something. Like here. You know, like these two walls. I wonder if there's history to this. Okay, that's 14:45. So in 15 minutes time we need to start pitching the tent. Fortunately there's a lot of livestock about. These fields, they keep the grass so short, it's perfect for pitching on. But can't really be in there camping if there's the dog about. Farmers wouldn't like that. But there's a bit down here, I reckon, where we can go into some native woodland. Native woodland isn't always the best because there's deadfall and stuff like that. But aye, so the ground's not as nice. That's basically perfect camping ground, you know. But I think we'll need to head down there and see. We need to find somewhere soon. So I've just came down the timber. That's the road where we're just at when I was saying we need to find somewhere soon. Here's the river, so that's ideal for water. As you can see, all around here we could camp on, but it's all lumpy grass because it's not kept back. Look how green it is over there and short cropped. Now there's a sort of flat bit there or there, but generally that's in amongst this stuff. That's moss that's just soaking. You know, all that stuff in there is basically like this here. You know, you ain't getting no good pitch in that. We might need to try this bit over here. Kind of running out of options. So I'm just down at the river getting some water. And as you can see, all this is lumpy as anything. What I don't want to do is actually pitch in one of the fields with livestock with a dog. That's just a no-no. Can't be doing that. Maybe if the animals were at one corner or it was an adjacent field or something, I just didn't feel comfortable doing. No way would I have done that. So, like, so basically I was like, okay, it's getting to the time where we really need to find something. I mean, that's 3:30 now. So we've came up into the woods. We're camped up here. I've erected the tent. I've not set up the inner or anything like that, and I've left moss up there. I've just asked her to lie down next to my rucksack and to stay nice and wait for us. It's just up here. So I'll show you that in a wee second. So there's the river down there. We're up in here. Just put the ground sheet over the rucksack and moss just now, just to keep any of the light drizzly rain off. Yeah, Moss, good girl. Yeah, that's it, stay nice. And this is the setup, this is camp. This is how we'll spend Christmas Day. So I've not got anything set up inside yet. It's all in there. I just wanted to get the water before it got too dark. I'll get the head torch on, I'll get in and set up dinner and get Moss sorted out. She's cold, so I'll get her fed and get her dried and put in her dry clothes and get her warmed up, get her fed and that. Okay, see you soon. So that's us in bed basically. Tent pitched, you'll have seen that. I got everything in, went and done my business in the woods, and which I didn't do yesterday, which is unbelievable for me. That's unheard of. So I spent a wee while with my little Juice of Spades potty trowel. Had something to eat. Had dinner, fed Moss and all that. First, she was cold actually, she was shivering. When I came back from getting water, she was shivering, so I've seen to her first once I got everything pitched up. And fed her, gave her treats, cooked my dinner, kept feeding Moss bits and bobs from my stuff. And then I was done some Instagram stuff and answered some things. And then I was on the View Ranger app and I was looking at the route for tomorrow, because I've actually walked some of the miles today from tomorrow, and I only done 13.5 miles today. But I think that was because I'd done 20 in the first day. I'd done more in the first day, although I was wanting to get to that place at Munlock Head. Can't remember. I think it may be the fact that I've allowed myself plenty of days because of the unknown factor, because it's winter, and I'm glad I did, because it has taken me, it's been more difficult to get up in the morning to get going, because you're nice, so nice and warm, you're a nice sleeping bag, and it's so cold outside, you just kind of don't want to get up. And then packing up with everything being frozen, you've got more gear, and it's a bit, I guess it's slower going. Plus, of course, the days aren't as long. You know, come 2:20 to 2:45, I'm already starting to look for campsites, and I definitely, because I'm wanting to be stopped for 3 o'clock and setting up camp, because sunset's at 3:45. So that really cuts into your hiking hours a lot. So your hours are always going to be shorter in the winter anyway. You're hiking miles, your amount of time hiking. So I think I'd allowed for that with how many days I was giving myself. Essentially, that's me get 3 days left, and I've got about 50 miles to go, something like that. So it's, no, in fact, because I ate into it, I've recalculated it. If I do 2 17-mile days, that only leaves about 8 miles to the border. That's what I've got left, basically. If I do 17 miles tomorrow, 17 miles the following day, that only leaves me with about 8 miles from Annan, where I'm thinking about pitching down the beach at Annan over to the border at Gretna. So that would be good, because if that only leaves me that amount of time, that'll enable my sister to come get me at midday, so it's not too late, or it's not too early, it's not too late or anything like that. So that'll be ideal if that plan works out. I've not been, alright, the first day I hiked 20 odd miles, that was over rough terrain and such. I was kind of enthusiastic, and there's road walking at the start, plus I was leaving
from... Oh, that's what it was. I was leaving from the farm. I was road walking at the start, relatively flat. So I basically made really good... And you're fresh, you're keen to go. It's the first day. You've had a good night's sleep in a warm bed. So I made good headway then. Yeah, so that's probably how I done the 20 odd miles in the first day. And then it slowed after that, slowed down. Not slowed down so much. What it has, it's been more hilly actually. So that slowed it down, as well as the cold and all the other stuff I mentioned. But anyway, I'm prattling on a wee bit just now. That's basically the bottom line. If I do 2 17-mile days and then an 8-mile day, that'll be me. But what I'll do, the tester will be tomorrow. See how I get on tomorrow, depending on... Because I might just take the final miles. So what's that? It's like two 17s, so that's 14, that's 34, 8, 9, 10, that's 42 miles I've got left to do basically. So I could just take that 42 miles and divide it by 3 and walk that. So like 14, 15 miles a day. Yeah, between 14 and 15 miles a day is what, if I was to do that over the 3 days, then I'd be there for 3 o'clock-ish in Gretna, which should be alright as well. So I'll see how I get on tomorrow, depending on what happens tomorrow, determine whether I split the last 2 days equally or whatever I do. But anyway, I'm off to get some sleep. It's later on as well, it's almost 10 o'clock, so been mucking about. It's not as cold tonight, it's like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, so I've not even had my down jacket on or anything. It's been mild compared to what we've been used to. It's amazing how quickly you get used to like real cold conditions. That -6 first night, really, I guess it's not been as cold since then, so it's felt good compared to the first night basically. So it feels awesome tonight. Although the gas, my stove gas still was playing up, so I had to heat it in the sleeping bag a wee bit before I fired it up, and I had to invert it so it was running off the liquid, because that's, you know, the stove's also designed to work that way because it's got the pre-ignition coil. But anyway, I'm off to sleep, so I'll see you in the morning, and I hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you had a good Christmas day with hundreds of turkey, hundreds of stuffing, crackers getting pulped, drinks getting scooped and all sorts of stuff, and you had a good time. Hope you'd been good boys and girls and Santa was good to you because of that. And you might be hungover tomorrow, who knows. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, cheerio.